Hi guys, welcome to the Sunday Wind Down podcast.
Sunday wind down, Ida with the voice on the speaker, Sunny on the mic and it's all round. Conversations are bigger, so fill my cup, I'm already tuned in.
Well, today I have a special guest with me here in Seattle, Washington. I've got Mr. Gerriey Wainaina.
Yes, sir.
Niaje Buddha.
Freshy.
Nice. I know he's not as good looking as Dialysis, but for today's episode, he's going to have to do because he's one of our special guests today. So Gerriey and I connected about 2 years ago, and this is the first time we're meeting.
Yes.
We actually connected exactly 2 years ago on a non-profit project that my team and I undertook. But in the meantime, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Gerriey Wainaina. I'm born and bred in Kenya, from Kenya, Nairobi, and I moved here in Seattle, Washington around 5 years ago. And I'm happy to be here. I'm an artist. I do a lot. I'm a content creator and a lot of other things. So I'm happy to be here in your show.
Yeah. Now, the thing that connected us, and almost an unfortunate set of events that fortunately connected us,
Yes.
is we did a non-profit fundraiser for you while you were undergoing waiting for your kidney. It seemed to have been a very challenging period in your life.
Yes.
Now,
Absolutely.
when did you find out that you were being diagnosed with kidney failure?
I moved here in 2017, and in 2017 I got diagnosed with kidney failure. Just because I wanted to join Air Force, and they did a small test. I mean, normally every person, they have to do some tests before
Right.
you join the military. So I did those tests, and they found out I have latent TB.
Oh, man.
So in order for me to do a treatment for latent TB, they had to check my internal organs, kidney for example. And that's how they found out that my kidney is stage 5.
So that's when you found out that you were on stage 5 kidney failure?
Yes.
And you had no idea before
I
that?
had no clue.
Did you have any symptoms prior that might have tipped you off?
It was symptomatic, but when I learned about now the disease, the condition, kidney failure, I realized that I had some signs when I was growing up, but I didn't conjunct it to like having kidney failure.
I see.
Yeah.
So when you got the news that you have kidney failure,
Yeah.
what was going through your mind? What were you thinking? Because if someone told me that, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what I would be thinking.
Yeah. First of all, it didn't sink. When I went home, and because my wife is at least she knows about diseases more than me. That's when she was like, "Wow, it's a big thing." And I went and searched on it, and I realized it's a different turn that I have to take. I have to stop many things just to control this disease first.
Wow.
So it was not an easy thing.
So while you were on the kidney transplant list here in the US, in Seattle, you have to undergo certain. I'm sure you have to undergo dialysis or certain things while you were waiting for it.
Yes, I had to start with dialysis, and there's 2 forms of dialysis. I did both. I started with peritoneal dialysis. You do it with your catheter on your belly. Then that didn't work perfectly, so I moved on to having a fistula on my arm to conduct dialysis. And
how long do these dialysis sessions normally take?
Peritoneal dialysis I used to do 4 times every day. So like I'm having a gig. If it's time, I have to dash out and do it in my car. Yeah, not easy.
How long does it take when you're in your car?
So 30 minutes.
Oh, 30 minutes.
But
Okay.
but preparation, let's say 1 hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then when you now move to the other one, because these ones are complicated for me.
You and biology.
We're different. What's up?
So hemodialysis takes 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah.
And how many times do you have to do it?
3 times every day. No, 3 times per week.
3 times a week.
Yeah.
So you're doing this for 4 hours, 3 times a week.
Yeah, it's like another job, a part-time job.
How did you cope with your daily activities, like your job or all that stuff? Like how would you cope with that?
Yeah, I didn't work at that time. I just used to do side hustles here and there, but not full-time employment.
Right.
There's no way
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just used to do some. I used just to use my gift, you know.
Yeah.
With some few events here and there, and that's what took me all along.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, at the same time, you can't work. You have to spend all this time getting treatment.
Yes.
And I'm sure it costs it's not cheap if I was to think about it.
Health in America is very expensive.
Right.
Very expensive. Even medicine, not the one over the counter. The medicine from the doctor, those things are very expensive. And even with insurance may cover even 80% or 90%.
Right.
But the 10 that remains is so much.
It's a big number.
Because if a total budget is $250,000, and then 10% of that, you know, it's still a lot of money. It's still a lot of money.
So one thing I came to realize, and that is how we connected, is the generosity of our Kenyan community here in the US. How did that play along with your journey of going through kidney?
Yeah, I want to really recommend all the Kenyans here in the US because they stood up with me, knowing even or unknowingly, you know, people of all walks of life came through for me, and I want to just applaud everybody who participated in my journey because I realized in my journey was a Kenyan thing. You know, it was not just for me, and everybody who participated in one way or another, and you most specifically, you used your platform just to even without knowing me, just to help a brother, you know. That's something that I really appreciate you for.
Of course, you're most welcome. I'm glad I had the opportunity and the honor to be able to help you in that.
Yes.
And for those of you that don't know, we did a fundraiser for Gerriey in 2020.
Yeah.
And it was a live stream, an online live stream of myself DJing alongside one of my good friends, DJ Rang. We had Ida Alicia on the set as one of our entertainers, dancers, hype person, you know. She's a good hype person, you know. Let me tell you, when she's
video vixen.
Lakini wacha nikwambia, if I'm DJing anywhere, ndio mtu anani hyping.
I know.
She's my hype person.
I know.
I had my wife there, June, and we had a good time. We really enjoyed what we did. And then at the end of 2 hours, a 2-hour live stream, we were shocked to find that we had collected a little over $7,000 US dollars.
Yeah.
And it was very shocking to me. So I'm imagining when I sent you that money, what was going through your mind? What did you think when I sent you a little over $7,000 the next morning?
I was really shocked.
Yeah.
To be sincere, I was very shocked. And what I just came up with is that there's power in social media.
Yeah.
And if you can use it positively, it can impact people in a positive way. And I was one of the beneficiaries.
Yeah.
So, and I thank all the members of your platform for doing so.
Absolutely. No, it was a pleasure. We like I told you, we actually had fun doing that for you. You know, we were having a good time and our viewers were having a good time.
Yes, absolutely.
While we were doing that.
Yeah.
And you know, there's something that you just said that I found very interesting, is the power of social media if we use it positively.
Yes.
A lot of people use social media negatively. You know, they think that there's this life out there that other people are living, that they're not living.
Yeah.
It becomes like an addiction of some sort. And I think your journey and your story and the fact that we can use social media for something powerful and something good.
Yes.
It's like it talks about, forget about all that bad stuff. Focus on all the good stuff, right?
Yeah, I always tell guys, some people they always say that you don't have to post anything when you help the poor people. You're giving bread and you have a camera. I'm like, it's fine, because let's fill social media with good stuff rather than bad things.
Yeah.
People post bad things, you don't comment about that. But when somebody posts they gave a bread, whether it's for show off or whether it's not, it's still a good thing.
You're right.
So let's use social media positively, and by doing so, we'll be changing one person at a time.
Yep. Now, you used social media a lot while you were going through your journey, while you were waiting for a kidney. I think that's one of the things, as I was doing my due diligence to make sure I'm actually helping a real person in need.
Yeah.
I came across your YouTube, I came across your Facebook and stuff like that. And you used to do, I saw you used to do videos in the hospital room while you're going through dialysis and stuff like that. What gave you the courage? Because a lot of people would suffer in solidarity. they find it ashaming to put themselves out there in front of the world and show their suffering.
Yeah.
And what gave you the courage? What motivated you to do something like that?
It was not my intention to even. I was just doing it. But then, in the course of doing it, I realized a lot of people are being motivated. I'm speaking on behalf of so many people.
Yeah.
And even today, it's like I'm a kidney failure advocate.
Right.
So I get so many calls. Hey, Gerriey, I'm here in the US. I've been diagnosed with kidney failure. Where do I start with insurance? Where do we start with medical treatment?
Right.
So I get so many calls. And not just that. Even people in Africa, they were like, you are winning for us. Like we cannot stand there and do this. But you, by doing so and seeing the journey you're undergoing, it's just a power, a motivation for us. So that's why I kept doing it. And a lot of people who are motivated. And if you're going through something and you see maybe what I'm going through, you're like, let me keep pushing. Let me keep pushing. So.
And in that respect, I want to give a big shout out to projectafia.org. Monica from Project Afia is the one who reached out to me to try and put something together for Gerriey.
Yes.
And having not known you, and Monica also doesn't know me, I don't think I've ever met her, but from our Facebook platform, she was able to connect with me and ask me if we would be interested in doing this. Yeah. And we actually put that whole thing together in a course of maybe 3 days. Wow. Now, to fast forward to today, we've talked about all the suffering, we've talked about all the challenges.
Yes.
I take it that you're standing here with me, we're talking about this. You got a kidney.
Yes.
And I take it everything went well.
Yes,
the surgery went well.
Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah, I did a transplant last year, August, almost close to my birthday.
Oh, nice.
So 16th. So and everything went well. Mostly it's the education behind it. It's not that once you get a transplant now you're healed. Yeah. It's still a journey of taking care of a new organ and knowing what to eat and stuff like that. So, but it's still refreshing to know that I don't have to do dialysis.
Right.
Dialysis consumes your time.
Yeah, and now you can use your time to be more productive.
To be more productive, to hustle a little bit.
And I'm sure it was also a big burden lifted off of your family.
Yes. A lot.
What went through your mind when you got that phone call that there's a match and there's a kidney for you?
Oh, wow. I was, first of all, because I had already gotten like 2 calls. So I was like, I'm not sure whether this call
is the real call.
So when the real call actually came, I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
It was on a Sunday and they told me, hey, come to the hospital at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
We have a match for you. I think even we have people who are suffering.
Yeah.
Like for instance, the issue of depression.
Yeah.
There's somebody who can be helped because they spoke.
Yeah.
And there's somebody who might
suffer in solitude.
Yeah. And you see, those people are 2 different people.
Yeah.
They say if you speak, that issue is halved. So I'm not saying that you have to speak about everything that you go through, but sometimes when you speak to somebody, you might not know who you're speaking to. Your help might be there.
True. Yeah. So don't try to network, try to get with people, make friends, and don't keep things to yourself.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Awesome, Gerriey. It was a pleasure having you here.
Thank you so much.
Yep. So I'm here for a show, but I'm glad I was able to get some time to connect with you and meet you actually for the first time. And I'm sure we'll be connecting a lot more in the future.
Absolutely.
Let the audience know how they can find you, where they can connect with you.
You can connect with me on all the social media, just Gerriey Wainaina. I have two forms. Gerriey Wainaina is the musician, and on Facebook, like my page, and Instagram as well. And on YouTube, you can find me as Gerriey Wainaina also, and Mkenya Marekani. That's where our show will feature.
Yep, so we have an interview that we did earlier, and you can find that interview on
Mkenya Marekani
YouTube channel. Exactly. Yeah. And don't forget to follow us, Sunday Wind Down, on Instagram at Sunday WD Podcast, and also don't forget to find us on Spotify, Google, Apple, and all the platforms where you get your podcasts. Catch us there, and you can catch all our episodes there. Thanks for tuning in.